Hallelujah, the Pixel 6 Pro is finally fixed. And you're probably wondering, well, what was fixed? I mean, that could be a loaded question for certain people. But what I'm talking about here is the haptic feedback on the keyboard. Finally, it works again, and it works pretty darn well. Now, whenever the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro came out, the haptic feedback was so good. It was good on the 6, but it was even better on the 6 Pro. And then over time, I think the first update that messed it up was in April, and they completely changed up like the algorithm when it came to how the vibration motor worked on key presses, made it terrible. And then they kind of fixed it a little bit in like June, and then like a month later in July, whoop, right off the diving board. And if you just pressed one or two keys, it wasn't too bad. But if you tried to type in succession, if you tried to type quickly, it was horrible. It would like the haptic feedback was so weird. Like it would do like a short vibration, and then like a more intense one, and it would just kind of overlap each other. And if you were typing, it was such a brain screw that it would make it almost impossible for me to type. So much so that I turned it off. For the last couple of months, I have been using my Pixel 6 Pro with the haptic feedback turned off. Very first time in the history of all of Android that I've actually turned off the haptic motor on a phone. And it was so heartbreaking because it was so good. And then they made it so bad. Like they basically broke it. And the Pixel 6 is not good either. Thankfully, I can rejoice and report that yes, the haptic feedback is fixed on the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, on the Pixel 6, I'll have to evaluate that because it's in the middle of updating. But I wanted to make this video and talk about it because it's just been something that was out there bothering me for so long. And I thought, okay, we've got the big update. Somebody had mentioned to me that theirs seemed to be better. So I thought, okay, I finally got my update, updated, got the quarterly update, security patch, all that jazz. It wasn't even listed. Like on that list of 77 things that they fixed for the Pixel phones from the 4a to the Pixel 7 series phones, there was nothing in there, at least that I can remember, about haptics or the keyboard or key presses. So I didn't even think, okay, there's something here for me to go look at. It's just somebody else had mentioned it and said, hey, I think maybe mine's gotten better. So with a lot of caution and a lot of reservation on not getting my feelings hurt, I went in and I took a look at it, and it's so much better. So it's been a really great thing. I'm super happy, and I just wanted to come tell everybody else. So if you're using a Pixel 6 Pro and you're having problems with it and you haven't updated yet, make sure you update. Make sure on the current update, it should be this December security patch and update. Very easy to check that. Just go into your system settings and make sure it's updated. But if you've had concerns with it, if you've had it turned off, or if you've kind of messed with the settings on it, because you can turn it up. There's a kind of like a little scalable bar that goes from 0 to 100. If you put it on default, you'll notice that there's a pretty good difference. And mine, I put it on default, and I'm pretty happy with it. So that's all I got in this video. Not a real long video. I just wanted to come back and report that it's updated, that they fixed it, and of course, yes, you've got some of the other new features there as well. But very glad about that, and it does seem to be pretty stable. I've only been using it for about a day, testing it back and forth, checking my Pixel 7, my 7 Pro, my Pixel 6 Pro, but it does seem to be working better. And also the fingerprint scanner, and I haven't had a whole lot of problems with mine for the latest while, but I had a couple people that said that this update has made their phone feel like a new phone. There are people that said that this update has made the fingerprint sensor work even better. Again, I haven't had a lot of problems since they kind of got things fixed out this summer, but it's worth checking. Hopefully your fingerprint scanner is working. Hopefully your phone is working properly. I haven't had time to test out and see if it's done anything about battery or heat stuff. They've done a lot of fixes on that, of course, over the last year, but now that we're towards the end of the year, the phone's been out a year, it's great that, of course, it's still being timely updated. It gets the updates the same time as the Pixel 7 does, at the same time the 5, the same time as the 4. It drops all at the same time, and they're still actively fixing stuff. So glad to see that even though this wasn't listed as a fix, whatever they did that made the haptic feedback on the key press like the way it's supposed to be, truly happy for that. It's kind of hard to go back to how my memory was a year ago, because when I first got it, it was like mind-blowingly good. And then when they messed it up, it just never quite seemed the same when they tried to fix it. But this seems about probably a good 80-85% to the magic of how good it was when it first came out. So I highly encourage you, if you've had it, turn it off, turn it back on. mess with it, see if the settings have gotten any better for you, see if the key press is any good or any better. And if you've had that problem, hopefully this will make your phone experience so much better, because when you have bad haptics, it just ruins the entire typing experience and makes the whole phone using process so frustrating. So that's it. Gonna get off here now. If you have any questions or comments, please go down to the comments section. I will get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found this helpful, if you like the Pixel content, you're in the right place. Make this your Pixel home. And hit the like and the subscribe and the little notification bell. And also make it your home for everything else tech related. I cover a lot of stuff, not just Pixel stuff. That's like a little area over here, and there's like a big broad tech world. I cover so many phones. So that's all I got. As always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I know there's a lot of more important things you could be doing, so it means a lot. Hope it was worthwhile, and I'll see you next time.